Hi, welcome to Python Mini Project. My name is Sridharan. I'm from WoW PG. My project title is Create Contact List Window using Tkinter GUI and Connect to Database. Okay, a brief introduction to this project. Today in this project, I'm going to construct a window for contact list using Tkinter GUI, Graphical User Interface Application in Python. Then to see how to set the widget or controls on these windows. Also, see how to connect the information entered in contact list window to database. In this project, I'm going to use Tkinter module, a Python module. So if you, the Tkinter module is an external module used for create standard GUI, graphical user interface for desktop application. So I'm going to apply this Tkinter module to create a window for contact list and also to see how to connect all the entered data in this window to database. Before we start the project, first we need to open the Python file. Okay, the Python file is open. So I'm going to use Python idle software for this project. Okay, first thing is we need to create or we need to open new Python file and then we need to rename and save it in somewhere. So we can use the file to create the project. Okay, to open the new file, we go to new. We go into file, new file. Okay. Okay, now you see the new Python file is opened, but it's not renamed yet. So let's say we want to rename, we need to save. Save as. Then I'm going to save in somewhere in init. Okay, let's say I'm going to save in Python mini project. Okay, I will save here. So I just put the Python file name as a my contact underscore project. Is saved and the Python file created already. All right. Now I'm going to import a Tkinter module to create an GUI for my project. So in that, I will import Tkinter from Tkinter import star. Why I put star over here is because I'm going to use multiple classes. So to that, I will call overall classes from this import. So I will put star. So later I can use all the classes that having in this Tkinter module. So okay, the module already imported. So next I'm going to call a window a standard window from this Tkinter module. So to call that standard window, I need to type tk class. I'm going to use tk class to call a standard GUI window. Okay, and then for that standard window or main window, I can say is a main window. I put the name on the main window. The object name is, I just put window. Okay, window equal to tk. Okay, the main window was already created. So next, we're going to run this module to view the standard window, the standard window that just now we called from tk class. So into that, to run the window, what we're going to do is we're going to use the method, call it name as main loop. So I'm going to use the main loop method to call the window, the tk class window. Okay, window dot use the method main loop. Okay, so I already use the method main loop for the window. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run the module. So save that. Okay, now I use the tk class window and it's already appeared. Once I click run button, the window is already appear here. So this is the standard tk class window. Okay, now the window is already created. So I'm going to rename this standard window as a my contact list. So to do that, going to the Python module. Sorry. Okay. We can use the class window class title X, and then sorry, class string, the title my, no, sorry, I want to name the window as a my contact list. Okay, let's run and see whether the name is changed or not. Yeah. Okay, the window name has changed to my contact list. So next, I want to adjust the position of this window, and also I want to adjust the dimension of this window as well. So let's see how to do that. Okay. Go back, and then we just call the method, sorry, we call the class geometry dot geometry. It's the class geometry, and then we just type the dimension of window lines, maybe 400, 500. Okay, try and see. Yeah, so now we can see the window size or the window's dimension already adjust slightly bigger than original. Okay, next is I'm going to move the position. As you see now, the position is on your right side, and I'm going to adjust the position to slightly center. So let's see how to do that. We're still going to use the same class geometry, and here using the geometry class, you just type plus and then just put 300 the pixels, the any pixels you can put 300, and then you can put so let's run. Yeah, you see the position of this window is slightly moved to center. Okay, next is I'm going to put a title inside this window. So let's see how to create the title of this window. Still use the same module, and then you can call the class label. So we use now we're going to label inside the window. So we can use class label. Label title window text equal to string. So the title I'm going to put context. Okay, together I going to adjust the position of this title as well. So label title, label Windows text context. Okay, I'm going to adjust, or I'm going to set the position of this title. So in that we just use the same class label dot grid. So this grid class grid is actually is move the position, the geometry class, move the position inside the window. So I'm going to use row 0 equal to 0, and then column equal to 0 as well. That's okay. Let's run and see whether yes. Okay. Now we managed to put the title inside the window, and also we know how to adjust or how to use the grid to adjust the position of this title inside the window. Okay, next, I'm going to continue to put the label. Means that I'm going to put the label inside the context. Means I'm going to set the controls inside the windows. So generally for contact list, they have a few controls or few options to save the controls, to save our details, our friends' contact details. So like as a general, name, phone, email. These are the three main things that normally we're going to save in our contact list. So I'm going to use the widget set the widget for name, phone, and emails. And also I'm going to set the controls or widgets to entry box for these three options. Okay. Okay, I'm going to continue to set option name. So I want to set the option name. I'm just call the method. Sorry, I'm just call the class label name equal label window text name. Okay, so I already set the option name, and then I use the label class label to set that option name. Okay, so following, I'm going to together set the position of this option name for option name label name dot greet position this column 0. Okay, let's run, see whether we can the option for name is available there or not. Okay, so option name is already here, and then next we're going to create an entry box beside this name, so we can enter the name that we want to enter inside. So next is text, because we're going to enter the text. So we use the class text class entry window. So I'm going to set the position for this entry box. So just copy low. Okay, run. Oops, something wrong. Let me. Okay, I still cannot see the entry box. Let me. Okay, let's rerun the module. All right, you can see the entry box beside the name. So here we can enter the name, whatever. So continue on next options. So the next option I want to put inside the window is phone and following by email. So I'm going to use the same method, same classes as I use in name and for its entry box to create the second and third option, means phone and email. So I'm just going to copy the same thing. We can copy the same thing and then just adjust the label class to then the name change to phone. Okay, the grid. Okay, for the class grid, we need to set the pixel for, we need to set the correct pixel. So we already used the row 1 for option name. So now we're going to use row 2 and still maintain the column 0. Thanks. So, thanks. Grid. Okay, the entry box position should be row 2 because it's in the row 2, and then use column 1. Let's run and see. There is, we can have the option, second option for phone. We can enter all the contacts, phone contacts number inside this box. Okay, last one. Last one is option email. To enter email address, going to use the same coding, just change email, 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 change label as email, and then adjust the position for the row 3, and then the entry box is on. All right, so let's run the module. Okay, now we have 3 wickets inside the window. So name, Sridharan, we can type, phone number, then email, your friend's email. So now we already enter the details of the person or the detail of friends inside this window. So okay, we already enter all the information here, but if I close the window, the information will be gone. So I want to save this information in somewhere which is I can recall back and to view all the contact details. Means I'm going to connect this window to database, which is all the data that we enter inside this contact list will be saved somewhere. Okay, for that, I need to put a option for save in this window. So how to put the option save? So I want to put the option button. Okay, I want to put the save button inside the window. So we're going to use class button save. Yes. Save. Go to save record. And next is together to do the position of this save button. So for colon equal to span. Okay, let's run and see whether we can see the save button or not. Okay, there is an error because we not yet create the save function, save record function in our Python module. So that's why we cannot see any save button here. So now we're going to create, we put the function, save function. Okay, so we're going to call a function to create save record. So use def save record function, then use pack, or maybe you can use pass to see whether the save button will be set or not. Yes. Okay, now you can see the save button. So let's say I'm enter all the information, I click save, whether it's safe or not, we don't know. We will save somewhere, but we don't know where exactly will be saved. So into that, I want to connect this Python to the database. So I'm going to use the function to connect the data all entered to save in database. To connect the database, to connect the Python module to database, I'm going to import module SQLite 3. Okay, now the SQLite 3 module already imported. So then what we're going to do is going to connect the SQLite to the my contact list. SQLite 3 dot connection to my contact. Okay. So now we already connect to the now we already connect this my contact list to my contacts database. So then we're going to execute the connection on dot as queue create table table if not exists not exist contact. And we're going to then we're going to put the three field inside, which is name, name text, text, and email. Okay, the table already created. So next we're going to get the data that we entered inside the text box. So we're going to insert the text box of the window to this table. Name, text, text, name, dot get. So same goes to phone, text, phone, dot get for email. Email equal to text, email dot get. Okay, now we're going to insert these three items inside the table. Now we're using con. Now we're using con dot execute and insert the value. Insert the value into the context. So we just put question mark. So we have three fields. So we have to connect three question mark. Okay. So because we have a three field, we can put three question mark. And close bracket. String. Then we're going to do second component. Name. So, all right. So we already insert all the values. Okay. Then finally we're going to con dot commit. Commit. Okay. All right. We already successfully connected to the database. So now I'm going to run the module. See, okay, the windows appear, my contact list, together with all the options, name, phone, and emails. And also we have option for save button. So now I'm going to enter name, phone number, then email address. Okay, now I'm going to save. Okay, it's already saved. So now we want to know where it's safe. So we're going to find this contact list, my contact table, or my contact file to see the database. So to go mini project, as you see, the file my contact is created. So what we're going to do, open with SQLite Studio. Okay, so this is the table. Then we're going to click the contacts because I put the title contacts. So we click on that and then choose for data. All right, here is the information just now I entered inside my contact list window. Thank you.